Both teams advance to next week's Region D tournament. No matter the outcome of tonight's game, Gate City will be the #1 seed by winning the regular season. Burton will be the #2 seed. Gate City will play at 7 o'clock Tuesday night against an opponent to be determined. Either it'll be from the Cumberland District. And J.I. Burton will play the winner of tonight's Hayside and Twin Valley game in the Black Diamond. So this game for a trophy and LPD tournament championship, and not much else as far as the region is next week. We'll take a look at the starting lineup first for J.I. Burton. Lorenzo Miles, Stephen Sams open at guard. David Stacy, Chris Mullins will be at the forwards, and Abe Wells the center. For the Blue Devils, starting at the post will be Will Hubbard. For Will, a senior. At one guard will be Jesse McMurray, a junior. The other guard at the point will be Nate Clark, he a junior. Then Drew Scott at one forward spot. Drew, a senior. And Will Humphreys also for the Blue Devils. So again for the Blue Devils, it's Hubbard, McMurray, Clark, Scott, and Will Humphreys. For J.I. Burton, it's Miles, Sam, Stacy, Wells, and Mullins. Gate City defeated Coburn last night, 64-28, to advance to tonight's championship game. And the Burton Raiders defeated Powell Valley, and I believe that score was 53-50. Am I close?
Yes.
Okay.
The 54-50.
54-50. Well, I was close.
Yeah, Gate City won over Burton earlier in the season, 76-62 on the 20th of January, and on the 10th of February, 57-50. Alonzo Miles had 30 points last night in the win over Powell Valley. Abe Wells, 15. Miles had 6 threes.
They had 45 of their 54 points. So, it's set to begin. Referee Chuck Starnes set to toss it in the air. It'll be Wells and Hubbard. Tip up. Nobody really tipped it. It comes down. Scott catches it, gets it to Clark, ahead to Hubbard. Out to McMurray. Over here in the corner now, Scott. Norton opens up in a 2-3 zone, it appears. Hubbard gets it over here in the corner to Scott. They say it goes off of the Blue Devil out of bounds. Thought it might have been touched by a Raider.
Say his last touch by Scott.
And that's what they say. So the Blue Devils in full court pressure. Sams has it go off of his hand out of bounds. So turnover each. One for Gate City, one for Norton. It belongs to the Blue Devils. Gate City in their home white. Norton in the road black. Gate City the higher seeded team. Scott with it for Gate City. Has it head of the key. Lobs it over here right corner to Clark. Back to Scott. Over to McMurray. McMurray puts it on the floor. He'll launch a three. Shot McMurray, no good. Rebound, Will Humphreys had it. That's coming out there with it, Miles. Humphreys, I think, might have been fouled. Here's Miles with it. Miles guarded by McMurray. Gate City, of course, man-to-man defensively. 5-second count on. Here's Wells. Tips it back into McMurray. Thrown away Jesse. 2 turnovers for Norton. Scott has it along the baseline. Kicks it back out to Hubbard. Head of the key. Hubbard tries to get it over to Humphreys. Tipped away. Stolen away by Sams. Sams gets it to Stacy. David Stacy has it between the rings. Guarded out there by Will Humphreys. Now with it, Mullins, left side. Mullins outside the arc. He's guarded by Clark. Lob it along the baseline to Wales. Wales turns his shot off the glass edge. Wales, if we allow him to catch the ball there, he can score, certainly. McMurray for Gate City. We're going to have a foul called on David Stacy, fighting through the screen of Hubbard. Foul on Stacy will be his first. That'll be the team's first.
Burton can't afford to get into foul trouble. They play 5.
Here's the inbounds pass to Will Humphreys. His shot up, blocked away by Wales. Humphreys runs it down, gets it to McMurray. He'll launch a 3 shot, missed everything. Scott fights for the rebound. Stacy blocks the shot. Coming out there with it, Norton. Here's Miles. Miles has it go off his foot. Out of... No. Well, They say it goes off a Blue Devil out of bounds. I'm going to have to adjust my glasses here or something.
Yeah, somebody does. I'm not sure it's you.
Stacy gets it into Mullins. Mullins throws it, and Hubbard just tips it to Clark quickly in front court. That is Humphreys with it. Humphreys gets it head of the key now. Clark for three. No good. Rebound Stacy for Burton. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It's just 2-0. Burton with the lead. Norton has it. Stacy lobs it here to Wales. Ball tipped. Coming up with it Sams. Sams gets it back to Miles. Miles gets it to Sams. Kicks it in the lane to Wales. Wales drives down the line of the lane. Leaves it off for Stacy. Stacy almost walks. Just throws up the shot. Now in front court. Drew Scott for the layup. Good. Scott with a bucket. We're tied at 2. Another thing that'll be a factor in this game, I got to believe, will be Gate City's depth, just simply because Norton played last night too, as Gate City did, and here's a turnover. Ball thrown out of bounds. Coach Wilson upset at his team. He wants a timeout. 5:29 to go here in the first quarter. We're tied at 2. .5:29 to go here in the first quarter. We're tied at 2.
4 turnovers already for the Raiders.
And Gate City will have it with Clark. Get it over to Estep. Now to Hubbard. Hubbard has it. Get it to McMurray. McMurray swings it around here to Luke Humphreys. Luke has it. Picks up his dribble. Needs help. McMurray comes to him. Now McMurray gets it over in the corner to Estep. Estep double team.
He needs to get rid of it.
And he tries to get well, and I guess it's a 5-second call. Either that or he stepped out of bounds.
I think he stepped out of bounds.
So Norton will have the basketball. Miles to throw it in. He gets it in to Stacy. Now back to Miles. Miles across the timeline with it. Has it head of the key. Now left side Mullins. Mullins cross. Now back to Stacy, who walks.
Turnover number 5.
Coach Wilson going down the bench. He's looking for a sub, which he doesn't do very much. It'll be Lee Robinson checking in. Robinson played a little bit last night. What we were going to talk about there before the last time out is Norton only plays 5, and their 6 man only plays a couple minutes a game. So somewhere down the road, them playing as hard as they played last night, it's got to take a toll. Will Hubbard will be called for walking. Turnover to Norton.
4 turnovers for Gate City. That's a lot of reason we're tied at 2 with 4:45 to go in the first quarter.
Here's Miles. Miles is circling front court with it. Miles picks up his dribble, lobs it to Wales. Ball tipped away by Hubbard. Wales runs it down. Wales spins, stops, 15-footer, no good. Rebound, Sams. His putback, no good. Hubbard hustles, gets the rebound. Get it ahead to Clark. Clark, he'll drive all the way down. Shot over Stacy, in, out, no good. Wales with the rebound, gets it over to Miles. Quickly, here it is to Sams now. Back to Miles. Miles stops, pop, 16-footer. Shot Miles, no good. Nate Clark with the rebound. We're going to have the foul on Lee Robinson.
Now running up and down the court like this, got to be advantage Gate City. Here come the subs for the Blue Devils.
Well, now wait a minute. They called the foul on Nate Clark, and I thought that was probably, I really thought that was probably the right call. And I thought Clark had maybe gone over the back a little bit, but anyway, the foul on Gate City, so it'll be Norton's basketball. Here's Miles, launches a long 3, shot good. Lorenzo Miles for 3, it's 5-2 Norton. Clark with it, lobs it over here to Derek Smith, checked in, gets it along the baseline to Hubbard, throws it away. Coming out there with it, Miles. Miles wants to run. He's picked up by Bateman, shuts him down to Stacy. Stacy puts it on the floor, gets it over to Miles. He'll launch another 3, good. Lorenzo Miles for 3, and we're going to have a timeout called by Gate City. 8-2, Norton leads. 47 to go here in the first quarter. Devils trailing the Norton Raiders. Clark has it in front court. Cross-court pass to Smith. Get it to Scott. Scott has it out front now to Clark. Clark drives in the lane. His shot up. No good. Rebound Stacy, and he'll be fouled by Nate Clark. Foul on Clark will be his second.
Can't let the point guard get in foul trouble.
And Josh Kilgore set to check into the lineup for the Blue Devils, and that's the first time in a long time. Josh back from an injury, and that's good to see. And I'll tell you something, this kind of game fits Josh's ability pretty good. Here's Miles, gets it over to Stacy. His jumper up, no good. Rebound Wales. McMurray tries to take it away from him. Wales triple team, kicks it out Mullins. He's open, 16-footer. Mullins good. Chris Mullins. The bucket is 10-2 Norton. 3:10 to go here in the first quarter. Smith has it to Scott. Scott stops, pops, jumper good. Drew Scott with 4 points, and that's what the Blue Devils have with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Norton leads 10-4. Now Kilgore will assume the duties regarding Miles. Miles picks up his dribble, gets it to Stacy. Stacy will be fouled by Drew Scott. Foul on Scott's his first, team's third.
Scott reached around from behind, slapped the ball away, but fouled as well.
Stacy gets it into Miles. We left him open for the three. It's good. Can't do that. 13-4 Norton. McMurray with it for Gate City. Gets it over to Hubbard. Now to Smith. Back to McMurray. McMurray puts it on the floor. Stops. Pop. Shot. Long. Missed everything. Stacy catches the air ball. Stacy with it in front court. Hubbard tips it from behind. Throwing away Kilgore. Kilgore, he'll drive all the way down. Shot off glass. Missed it. Rebound Stacy. Stacy long pass in front court to Miles. Miles drives down. He'll be fouled by Jesse McMurray. Foul on McMurray will be his first. That'll be the team's fourth. 13-4. Norton leads. 2:18 to go here in the first quarter. Lorenzo Miles with 9 first quarter points on 3 threes. He'll be shooting 2. Free throw Miles up and good. Miles with 10. The Raiders with 14. Excuse me, 14. Luke Humphreys in the lineup for Derek Smith. Miles' second free throw good. 15-4. Gate City trails Norton here in the first quarter with 2:12 to go. Humphreys has it for Gate City, and he has it swatted and stolen away. And Kilgore gets it back for Gate City. Kilgore takes it to the bucket, and Stacy blocks the shot, saves it back in to Humphreys, and Stacy ties up Humphreys, and Coach Vermillion is hot. And he is all the way in front of the Norton bench, and he lets Chuck Starnes have an earful, a well-deserved earful. And Coach is making a point. I mean, he is making a point. And Chuck's just waiting to call another one on him. And I believe Chuck's got about as whistle happy as another official that's not in this game. Abe Wales shooting a technical free throw good. Second free throw Wales is good. So Norton will have the basketball on a 17-4 lead just inside 2 minutes to go here first quarter.
Nate Clark back in for Josh Kilgore.
If I was Norton, I wouldn't feel too complacent just yet. I think we might have a little something for him before it's over.
Long way to go.
A long way. That's why they play 4 quarters. Coach still making his point clear across the way, but doing it from a sitting position, which is pretty wise. Here's Miles. Miles on the inbounds. Drives, runs over Scott. Offensive foul. Miles picks up his first, team second. (17-4). Gate City trails. They have the basketball. Scott with it. Scott across the timeline. He dribbles the foul line, gets it right side. Clark puts it on the floor, stops, back to Scott. Open for the three, shot Scott, no good. Rebound Humphreys, has it stripped away. Humphreys shot up, no good. He's fouled by Wales. Good job of Humphreys creating that foul. Wells picks up his first. Will Humphreys will go to the line to shoot 2 for Gate City. 1:38 to go. First quarter, 17-4, Norton leads. Long way to go. Free throw, Will Humphreys, good.
First point since the 3-minute mark for Gate City.
And the Blue Devils need to be challenged like this. They really do. Humphreys, free throw, good. Because the road only gets tougher from here on out. Stacy gets it to Wales in backcourt. Now in front court, Miles. Miles drives down, tipped away from behind by Clark, stolen by McMurray. McMurray with it for Gate City. Pops a 3. Shot, no good. Rebound tip, coming out there with it. Sams, and he'll be called with the foul. Surely that's on Sams. Yes. Foul on Sams, his first, but you never know when the whistle goes. Fourth team foul. Gate City will have Clark to throw it in. Clark gets it in to Scott, and it'll be tipped out of bounds, though, by Stacy. 17-6, a minute 22 to go here in the first quarter. Devils trailing. Humphreys has it on the inbound. Humphreys gets it over to McMurray. McMurray circles out front. Now down low it is to to Humphreys. Back to Clark. Back to McMurray. Head of the key. Shot McMurray short. Rebound Stacy. Stacy gets it over to Miles. Miles, 60 seconds to go, first quarter. Norton leads by 11.
Jesse yet to hit a 3 tonight.
Miles has it right side, gets it over to Sams, now to Stacy. Stacy puts it on the floor, has his ball tipped, stolen away by Clark. Clark has it, races all the way in the front court, stops, pulls up, 15-footer, good. Had to think about it, but goes through. 17-8. Gate City trailing by 9. Mullins has it. Stacy gets it down low to Sam. Shot no good. He's fouled by Scott. Foul on Drew's his second. Drew either fouled him or gave him the easy bucket.
Right.
That's 2 on Scott.
The Lady Indians impressive again tonight earlier, winning the tournament championship for the girls, 60-27 over Burton.
Stephen Sam shooting 2 for Norton.
Lady Indians definitely in their playoff mode.
No, they played about as well as Madison played. Scores 18-8. Norton leads. Sam's ready for his second. It's on the way and good. 19-8. Norton leads. Gate City has the basketball. Clark gets it to McMurray, lobs it to Zach Jones, who's checked in. Jones, cross-court pass to Clark. Clark over here, right side, E-step. E-step puts it on the floor, skips it over to McMurray. McMurray swings it right side to Clark. Now right corner, E-step. E-step has the ball almost stolen away. Foul Lorenzo Miles. Foul on Miles, his second.
4.1 seconds to go.
Derek Smith in for Mark E-step. No, for Zach Jones. 19-8, Norton leads.
McMurray sets over in the far corner.
Gets the ball into E-step. E-step stops, pops, 14-footer, no good. Rebound Stacy. First quarter's in the books. Norton leads after 1, 19-8. 19-8. Score as we head to the second quarter. The Blue Devils run into a little bit of a buzzsaw so far here tonight with the Norton Raiders. Gate City has it, starts second quarter. It's kicked out of bounds by Mullins. It'll belong back to Gate City.
And a house right throws it back in. I think that's Jonas.
McMurray gets it to Smith. Over to Luke Humphreys. Luke, here comes the trap. Gets it to Smith. Smith puts it on the floor. Gets it right side McMurray. McMurray drives in the lane. Cross-court pass to Clark. His shot for 3. In, out, no good. Hubbard crashes the boards. Put back good. Hubbard with a bucket. 19-10. Sam's with it in front court. Looks to make a move. And now he'll just wait for everybody to catch up. Wales has it along the baseline. Wales turns, can't shoot, gets it back to Stacy. Left open for the three. Shot no good. McMurray with a long rebound. McMurray races in front court with it. Now he'll slow it up, get it back to Hubbard. Didn't have the numbers. Now Smith open for three. Shot Smith, no good. Rebound tip, kept alive by Humphreys though. Sams comes out there with it for Norton. Stacy gets it to Sams. Sams puts it on the floor, loses control, picks it up. Tries to get it to Miles. The ball tipped. Stacy runs it down. Stacy has it, drives down, leaves it over for Wales. Shot up, good. Abe Wales with his 6 points, 21-10, Norton. Clark for Gate City with it, gets it over to Humphreys. Humphreys puts it on the floor, he drives down. His left-handed shot up, it won't go. Humphreys has a hand on it, coming out there though with it, Stacy. Stacy rips the pass up to Miles. Miles hands it back to Stacy, center circle. Stacy just drives around Humphreys and he travels. Had the open shot, probably should have gone ahead and taken it.
The 11th turnover by the Raiders. Gate City with 7.
Josh Kilgore checks into the lineup for Gate City. Well,
and again.
Well, I thought he was.
Well, he was up, ready to go.
Marquis Step is actually who checked into the lineup. Smith has it to Hubbard. Hubbard cross court pass to McMurray. McMurray puts it on the floor, leaves it down low to E-Step. E-Step gets Wales in the air, can't hit the shot. Stacy comes up with
his 6th rebound.
Stacy gets it over to Sams. Sams has it tipped. E-Step gets a hand on it. E-Step fights for it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Oh, good grief. I'm thinking that might have been off of Gate City. And
I thought E-Step touched it last.
Yeah.
And Stan Wilson does too.
Yeah, and he just waves them off in disgust. I can understand his point. Hubbard gives it to Clark. Gate City trailing by 11. Here's McMurray's 15-footer. No good. Rebound Wales. Gets it over to Miles. Miles stops, and he's fouled by Hubbard. Shot good.
Little reach-in touch foul.
Foul on Wales is his first. Team 6th. Miles, everything he's throwing at it going in. He has 13 points, looking for 14, which he has.
Yeah, he had 30 Thursday night.
24-10. Here's Josh Kilgore with it. Can't shoot, and the held ball goes to Norton.
Sams ties him up.
Logan Bateman checks in for Jesse McMurray. 24-10 the score. Norton leads with 5:29 to go in the first half. Miles has it across the timeline. Picks up his dribble, gets it back to Stacy. Kicks it over here to Mullins. Open for the three. Shot Mullins, no good. Rebound Sams. Sams has it back to Miles. His shot up, no good. Wales crashes the boards, and he should be called, and he is called with a foul. Foul on Wales is his second. That'll be the team 6th. (24-10) the score. 5:11 to go in the first half. Devils having a tough time scoring. Getting some good looks at the bucket. Shots just not falling.
How many points for McMurray? 2?
None. They'll come. Just about guarantee that. Here's Hubbard with it, and he'll be fouled by Sams. Foul on Sams is his second. Team 7th. So it'll be 1-1 for Will Hubbard.
Hubbard went up, had the basketball.
Sam fouled him. I don't see the problem there. Free throw Hubbard, no good. Rebound Stacy.
His 7th.
Stacy and Wales controlling the boards. Norton kind of controlling the game. Here's Miles, lobs it over to Wales. Wales puts it on the floor, stops, pops. Shot up off the glass, good. 26-10. Norton taking Gate City to the woodshed right now. And we'll ask for a timeout. 4:40 to go in the first half. Devils trail by 16. So first half, 26-10. Norton leads the Blue Devils. McMurray, Clark, Hubbard, Will Humphreys, and Scott on the floor for Gate City. Here's McMurray, open for the three shot, no good. Rebound Scott for Gate City. Gets it to Humphreys, his shot up, and it goes finally. And what do we have? A foul call on 30. How did Humphreys get the bucket and then commit a foul?
You got me there.
I guess he did it on the inbounds. He held on the inbounds, held Wales. It's only, I was writing the score down, so I don't know. And Stacy looks like he's got a bloody nose or hit in the eye or something.
That might have been where the foul was called.
Well, the official day give a hold sign, not a boxing sign, so I don't know. Anyway, it'll be Abe Wales shooting 1-1 for the Raiders. Wales, their best free throw shooter. Can't tell it. Nobody's missed tonight for them, and Wales still keeps them perfect on the night.
Robinson in for the Raiders.
They're 8 of 8 from the free throw line. Wales, his second attempt, is up and good. So the Raiders back on top by 16, 4:20 to go first half. Scott with it, gets it to McMurray. McMurray now along the baseline to Humphreys, back to McMurray. Between the rings, Clark. Clark with it. Gets it over here to Scott. Scott puts it on the floor, gets it over to Clark. Clark has it, kicks it back to Scott. Scott rips it over here to McMurray. McMurray drives in the lane, gets it over to Clark for three. Shot, no good. Rebound, Scott. Scott takes it to the hole, shot up, no good. He's fouled. .44. Lee Robinson picks up the foul. His first. Team's 8th. Drew Scott shooting 2 for Gate City. 28-12 a score, 3:53 to go first half. Scott free throw. No good. Right now we'd have trouble throwing in the ocean from the shoreline. Scott's second free throw is good. So Norton with it in a 15-point lead. Miles slips, falls, and the ball goes to Mullins. It's been that kind of night so far. Mullins has it. Gets it back to Miles. Miles out front, guarded by McMurray. Now over in the corner, that's Robinson. Robinson lobs it over here for Sam. Sam has it taken away from him by Clark. Clark gets it over to Scott. Gate City trails by 15. Here's McMurray.
Get in there.
Won't go. Rebound, Sam. Sam's long pass in front court to Miles. Left open for the three. Shot, good. Lorenzo Miles for three. It's 31-13. Norton with the lead. Hubbard has it. Gets it over to Scott. Scott takes it strong to the hole. Shot, good. Scott with 7. The Blue Devils trail by 16. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Miles gets it over to Mullins. Mullins with it. Looks for Wales. 5-second count on. So Mullins is fouled by Clark, and that's 3 on Nate. And that's 4 on Nate as he's been hit with a technical. And that's 5 on Nate. He's done. So Nate picks up the personal foul. He picks up the technical and then the next technical. And that, I believe, if I'm right, is the 5. And we'll see how that posts out on the board. I believe both of those are on Nate. I'm not sure. Maybe one of them on the bench. Mullins will be
No,
shooting.
they post 5 on 14.
Yeah. So Mullins shooting a bunch of free throws. First, good. Well, actually, this is Mullins shooting the 1-and-1, which is, or actually 2, which is the first is good and the second is good. Now they should have 4 free throws by Abe Wales. Wales first. Good. Wales second. Good. It's 35-15 Norton. (36-15) Norton. And Wales will have one more. Free throw Wales. Good. And now Norton will have the basketball after Gate City asks for a timeout. Timeout on the floor, 37, Norton, 15, Gate City. For 37-15, double technical called on the Blue Devils, plus the foul. Norton hit 6 free throws. Gate City trails by 22. Here's Mullins with it. Mullins gets it over here to Stacy. Stacy has it right side. Now Miles with it. Miles lobs it down low for Stacy. Stacy puts it on the floor, and he'll be called for traveling. So
that's the 13th turnover by Burton, but it sure hadn't hurt him so far. Nothing has.
No, nothing seems.
Just the poor shooting by Gate City.
Gate City with it. Drew Scott has it. Now Smith. Back to Scott. Scott puts it on the floor, drives down, cut off the baseline. Gets it over to Derek Smith. Open for a 3, shot way short. E-step fights for the rebound. Stacy pulls down another one.
Number 8.
Stacy gets it in front court. Spins, drives in the lane, leaves it over here for Mullins for 3. Shot, good. Everything they throw up goes in. It's 40-15, Norton. McMurray has it, gives it to Smith. Smith has it, right to Hubbard. Gate City in it. A foul be called on Lorenzo Miles. Foul on Miles to be his 3rd. Gate City, quite honestly, not going to be in a world of hurt without Nate Clark. They're already in a world of hurt, but without Nate to play the rest of the game, who's fouled out.
Miles takes the seat, Robinson in.
Yeah, Miles has picked up 3. That won't help Norton any, but long road to go here for the Blue Devils, but I'm certainly not going to count them out yet. Hubbard's free throw. No good. Rebound Wales.
What's new?
Now we struggling to put it in the bucket. Norton's got something to do with that, and then we're not shooting it too good either. Stacy has it. Gets it over to Robinson. Now back to Stacy. Stacy gets it over here in the corner of Mullins. Mullins drives and turns it over. Scott has it. Scott with it in front court for Gate City. Gets it down low to Hubbard. Hubbard shot off the glass. No good. Rebound Wales. Gets it over to Robinson. Robinson will hand it to Stacy. I guess Stacy will run the point now. Miles on the bench with 3. Stacy has it. Lobs it over to Robinson. Robinson back to Stacy. Now to Wales. Foul Will Hubbard. Foul on Hubbard's his 2nd. And that'll be 2 shots upcoming for Abe Wales.
And both Humphreys set to check in for Gate City.
Minute 4 to go. First half, Devils trailing 40-15. Now Wales to shoot 2. Wales free throw, good.
I don't believe they missed the free throw tonight.
Nope, they're 16 out of 16 from the free throw line. And I would bet soon to be 17 of 17. As they are, as Wales hits another. 42-15. McMurray has it, gets it over to Luke Humphreys. Luke gets it back to McMurray. Now right side with it, E-step. E-step. Drives the baseline, fouled by Wales. Hit him with a technical as he mouthed off to the official, and they didn't do it. Foul on Wales is his third.
Did on Nate.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. E-step will be shooting 2, as that's the 10th team foul. Mark's first free throw up. No good.
What's new?
Yeah, we are only 3 of 7 from the foul line and 6 field goals in the first half. Free throw E-step, no good. Rebound fought for. Robinson comes out there with it. Yeah, held ball possession area to Gate City.
Hope the other bucket works better in the second half.
Yeah, it's worked awful good for Norton in the first half, I'll tell you. McMurray to throw it in for Gate City. Gets it in here to Smith. 46 seconds to go. Gate City needs a couple of buckets. And
right there.
Shot no good by McMurray. Rebound Wales. Well, Wales is tripped by Will Humphreys. Foul on Wales, his second. That'll put Wales at the line shooting 2, where he is 10 of 10 so far. 38 seconds to go in the first half. 42-15, Norton leads. Free throw Wales, good.
By the way, we haven't been fired from our radio jobs, just circumstances beyond our control. This game was broadcast by someone else.
Yes. Someone else broadcasting the game's the reason we're not. 44-15 to score. Norton leads. 38 seconds to go here in the first half. The Devils trail by 29 points in the first half. McMurray has it. Gets it to Humphreys. Get it over here to Smith. Smith to Humphreys. Now to McMurray. McMurray lobs it back for Humphreys to Smith. Smith back to Humphreys. Now to McMurray. McMurray tries to get it and now finally gets it to Humphreys. Back to McMurray. McMurray has the basketball. Spots head of the key for 3. Shot short. Rebound Stacy. Humphreys comes up with it. Put up no good. Tip up no good. Tip up again no good. Unfortunately for the Blue Devils, the first half's over. First half belonged to Norton. It's 44-15.
My name is Sammy Jo Haynes, and I'm a senior at Gate City High School. The Gate City High School boys basketball teams would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of the efforts of GCTV. Darty Brothers Chevrolet, Delegate Terry Kilgore, Fairway Ford Volkswagen, Farm Bureau Insurance, Jackson Street Formals, Law Office of Jeff Hamilton, Mark's Hardware, Scott County Long Distance, State Line Graphics, and Weber City Joke Center. Thank you.
Set to begin the second half here at Appalachia LPD Tournament Championship. First half, well, it was all Norton, 44-15. They lead, and they have the basketball to start the second half. E-step, McMurray, Will Humphreys, Drew Scott, Will Hubbard on the floor for Gate City. Mullins gets it over to, stolen away by Scott. Tried to get it to Sam. Scott takes it all the way home. Shot up. Good, and he's fouled.
That's the way to start the half.
Well, it helps.
Miles with 3, Wells with 3 for Norton.
And that's Sam's third also. But they know how to play with 3 fouls. Norton could really just stand around, hold the basketball, and be in pretty good shape here. Gate City, if they overcome a 29-point halftime deficit, I think we'll all be surprised. But having said that, they certainly could, and they'll play hard to the final whistle, I'll promise you. Mullins has it for Norton. Mullins gets it over to Miles. Now back to Stacy. Stacy with it, back to Miles. Miles has it, now left side. Now down low with it, Wales. Wales spins, shoots over Hubbard, good. Wales with the bucket, 46-18. McMurray has it, gets it to Scott. And Scott gets it to Eastep. Eastep has it, drives into the lane. His shot up, good.
Got Wells up in the air. He came down, and Eastep made the shot.
46-20. Here's Miles, gets it over to Wales. Wales shot up, no good. Rebound Scott for the Blue Devils. Scott with it, across the mid-court line. Gets it to Hubbard, cross court to McMurray. Open for the three. Will it go? Yes. Goes to McMurray for three.
His first of the game.
Gate City cuts the lead in half. It's 46-23. Stacy with it. Gets it over to Miles. No, he throws it away. It'll belong to Gate City.
15th turnover in the game for the Raiders.
Yeah, they have 15 turnovers and 46 points. That's just hard to believe. Here's Scott. Scott drives the whole shot up, no good. Crashing the boards of Blue Devils. That's Eastep. His foot back, good. 46-25. Gate City trails now by 21. If they could get it to 12 by the end of the third quarter, who knows? Here's Miles. He'll shoot the three. Shot no good. Rebound Hubbard. Hubbard has it over to McMurray. Jesse comes in front court, drives in the lane, leaves it off down low. Will Humphries gets it over to Eastep. Eastep shot up, no good. Rebound coming out of there with it, Wales. Wales gets it over to Miles in front court. Miles has it to Sams, back to Miles. Miles, Wales, free throw line, puts it on the floor. Spins, gets it off down low. Stacy, shot up good. David Stacy with his first points.
Nice assist by Wells.
Bunch of rebounds though for Stacy. Hubbard swings it over to Scott. Scott puts it on the floor, gets it down low. Will Humphrey, shot off the glass, good. 48-27. Devils trail by 21. 5:20 to go, third quarter. Here's Miles. Miles drives all the way down. His shot up, good. Nobody stepped in to cut him off. That's too easy. McMurray with it for Gate City. Pass broken up by Stacy and then broken up by McMurray. Gate City has it. McMurray with it over to Scott. Open for the three. Shot Scott. Good. Here's Scott for three. And it's 50-30. Gate City trails now by 20. It has been worse. It was 29 at halftime. Here's Miles. Miles drives down, lobs it over for Wales. Wales shot partially blocked, but a foul will be called, I believe, on Drew Scott. We'll see. It is. Foul on Drew is his third. And Abe Wells will go to the line to shoot two. Wells a perfect 12 of 12 on the night from the free throw line. Not any longer. 12 of 13. Still a pretty good night.
Humphreys, that's Luke in for Will Humphreys. Smith in for Hubbard.
So Wales set for his second. It's on the way, and it is good. 51-30. Long pass in front court. Logan Bateman gets it to Humphreys. Humphreys has it back to McMurray. Launches a long three. Shot in, out, no good. Rebound Smith. Smith is fouled on his way to the bucket, and Derek will not shoot two. Say the foul's on the floor. And the foul is on Stacy, his second. So McMurray will throw it in, calls that play number two. Gate City trails by 21, 4:30 to go, third quarter. Scott drives in the lane, leaves it off for McMurray. McMurray back to Smith. Cross-court pass to Humphreys in the corner. Bateman. Bateman back out front to McMurray. McMurray over to Scott. Scott lobs it back to McMurray. Open for the three. Shot McMurray. In, out, no good. That's just the way it's going tonight for the Blue Devils.
Seventh rebound for Wells.
Miles has it. Brings it in front court. Lobs it over there to Wales, right side. Wales puts it on the floor. Can't shoot. Back to Miles. Miles back to Wales. Wales gets it over to Mullins. 16-footer by Mullins. No good. Sams catches it. His putback's good. Nobody there to box out Sams. 53-30. Norton leads. Long pass in front court to Smith. Smith shot up off the glass. Good. Smith with the bucket. 53-32. Now Gate City's got it at a 20-point. Need to make another 5 or 6 point run here and give themselves a chance. Here's Mullins, his jumper up, no good. Rebound Smith for the Blue Devils. Smith has it. He'll get it over to McMurray. Jesse shoot it right there. Nope. Okay, over to Bateman. Back to Jesse. Cross court pass to Scott. Runs it down out the midcourt line. Scott puts it on the floor, gets it over here to McMurray. He'll launch a three from the corner. Shot, no good. Quickly in front court, here's Miles. Miles spins, shot up, good, and it's foul. That's Scott, that's 4. That is 4 on Drew.
Here comes Hubbard, and he step in for Scott and Bateman.
55-32. Norton leads. Lorenzo Miles trying to complete the three-point play, and as usual, Miles and Wales have just about all the points for Norton. Miles a sophomore, Wales a senior. Miles free throw, no good. Rebound Smith for the Blue Devils. Smith gets it over to McMurray. McMurray to Smith. Smith, Hubbard, now back to McMurray. Jesse puts it on the floor, stops about 16-footer, good. 55-34, Devils still trail by 21, 2:40 to go, third quarter. Stacy has it, gets it over here to Mullins. Mullins drives into the lane. Picks up his dribble, needs help, gets it to Miles. Miles shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound Smith, he's fouled by Sam. That's 4 on Stephen Sam. (55-34), 2:30 to go, Devils trail. Smith for Gate City gets it in the corner to E-step. Back to Smith. Smith will launch a three. Shot, no good. Rebound fought for Sam. Has it. He's fouled by E-step. Foul on E-step, his first, team's third. (55-34). Norton leads. Gate City trailed by 29 at the half. Now trailed by 21. Norton with it, that's Miles. Miles out front, now to Stacy. Stacy drives and he's fouled by Smith, they say. Smith, it's tough for Derek not to say anything, but he's got to. Foul on Smith, his second. Smith and he step out. Scott and Luke Humphreys in. Stacy to throw it in, get it into Wales to Stacy. Stacy turns his shot, is good. 57-34. Norton with the lead, Gate City with the ball. McMurray gets it over to Scott. Scott puts it on the floor, shifts it over here to Hubbard, back to McMurray. McMurray over to Scott, open for the three. Shot Scott, good. Drew shot for three. And it's 57-37. Lorenzo Miles with it for Norton. Miles has it, gets it to Wales. Wales puts it on the floor. Can't shoot. Has trouble. And he's 5-second foul. It'll be a turnover to Gate City. So the Blue Devils have a chance to be within 20 here with a 1:32 to go with a bucket. And they'll have Jesse McMurray. He'll get it up here to Hubbard. Hubbard to Scott. Scott with it. Cross-court pass to McMurray. Spots up for the three. Shot McMurray, no good. Rebound, Will Humphrey. Shot up, no good. Foul called. Abe Wales, his fourth. Nope, they're not calling Wales with that. They're calling it on 10. Stacy's third. So Will Humphreys at the line shooting two for the Blue Devils. And Gate City trying to inch their way back in. Free throw. Good. Down by 19 now. They cut a 29-point lead by 10. It's down to 19. Humphrey's second free throw good. So Will hits two. Here's Stacy. Scott's got to be careful. He tips it away. McMurray comes up with it. Jesse takes it down. Shot it. No good. Foul called. Abe Wales, his fourth. Coach Wilson wants a timeout. And he'll eventually get one. Gate City trails 57-39, but they'll have Jesse McMurray shooting too. Timeout on the floor. Here in the third quarter, the Blue Devils trail 57-39. That's 18 points. Jesse McMurray will be shooting 2. He can get them within 16. Jesse's free throw up and good.
Blue Devils only had 15 points at halftime.
And there's 25 here in the third quarter. Make it 26. McMurray hits the second. Gate City within 16. Creeping closer. Here's Stacy with it. I just don't know why. And Stacy throws it away. Will Miles run it down? Yes, and he throws it off. No, he doesn't throw it off. I thought it went off Humphries. Miles may be injured. He's up. I believe he's okay. Pad on the backside for McMurray. If they lose Miles, they'll have a tough time getting it up the floor too. So Gate City trailing by 16 with the basketball. Here's Scott. He'll launch a long three. Shot good. Big spot for 3. Devils within 13. Here's Mullins. Mullins has it in front court. Mullins lobs it over here to Stacy. 40 seconds to go. Humphrey steals the pass. Gives it over to McMurray. Gate City down by 13. Get it in the corner to Scott. Scott drives in. He takes it. His shot over Wales is good. Drew Scott with the bucket. Devils within 11. They've trailed by 29 at halftime. Here's Miles. Miles with it in front court. They'll hold it for one possession there, 2. Gate City, so we'll see. Stacy has it. Like to get a stop here and the ball to start the fourth quarter. 9 seconds. Hey, ball stolen away. Foul. Lorenzo Miles. And that will be his 4th foul. Gate City will have the basketball. 7.4 seconds to go here in the third quarter, trailing by 11. And I've got to stand up to see. McMurray with it. Jesse gets it over to Drew Scott. Launches a 3. Will it go? Yes! Drew Scott for 3. And the third quarter's over, and the Gate City Blue Devils have come from 29 points down at halftime to trail now only by 8, going to the fourth quarter. Gate City trails 44-15 at halftime. It's 57-49. We go to the fourth quarter. They have the basketball. Scott with it. Get it over here to McMurray. Now to Luke Humphries. Luke. Cross-court pass to McMurray. McMurray's fouled by Sims, and Stephen Sims is fouled out. That's 5. Sims will foul out with 4 points, but what that does is forces Coach Wilson to go to the bench for a sub, and they don't sub very often.
And Miles has 4. Wells has 4.
And Stacy has 3. The Blue Devils will have Jesse McMurray shooting 2. And McMurray can get this within 6. I said at halftime off the air, I said, well, we may not win, but we'll get it within 15 at one point. Yeah, I think we did. I said we may not win. I didn't say we would. Jesse McMurray shooting. Free throw, good. We'll just see, again, Norton only plays 5 or 6 people. They still have another quarter to play. McMurray shot, good. Devils trail by 6. Norton with the ball. This is Stacy. Stacy gets it over here to Mullins. Mullins gets it to Miles. Miles will shoot a 3. Shot Miles. No good. Rebound Stacy. Stacy's put back. No good. Rebound Hubbard for the Blue Devils. Hubbard gets it over to McMurray. Gate City can get a little closer. McMurray.